If you search for how to properly articulate yourself, people will tell you that it's about focusing on all the little things. And even though it may help to an extent, it's the equivalent of searching for your future wife at a strip club. You're clearly lost and you'll make no progress towards getting what you really need. I used to be a terrible communicator. People would ignore me, and no matter how many books I read about speaking, it didn't help. But what helped was when I started being intentional with my words. You know those conversations when you're listening to someone speak and they sound boring as batshit, so you're nodding your head and thinking about how you'd rather be anywhere else? This is what happens when you're not intentional with your words. Meaning you gotta remove the fluff, remove the bullshit from your vocabulary. This isn't high school. You don't need to chat an extra 500 words just to reach the word count on your essay. If you do this, your conversations will be way more enjoyable and will flow easier when you remove the bullshit. But if you don't learn how to speak properly, this is useless. Speaking is an art form. Like football or painting, there are bad speakers, average speakers, and really good speakers, people that you can't stop listening to. There's no secret to becoming a good speaker. The answer is practice. It's not the most appealing answer, but to get better, you have to put the reps in. You have to make small talk with everyone you see and constantly improve. Just like you aren't going to build the best physique by sitting on your ass, you're not going to become good at talking if you're dwelling in the basement. But there are things you can keep in mind when talking to people, like the cadence you're speaking at, slowing your words down if you need to, because you don't need to sound rushed. This means you can use pauses when you speak, remaining poised and calm when you're talking, learning how to properly project your own voice so you don't sound like a pushover or so you don't sound too loud, which boils down to being self-aware, being present when you speak and not overthinking, because it can mess up your flow. And this all comes naturally when you're authentic and you trust yourself. To enjoy conversation the most, you have to be comfortable with who you are to express your authentic thoughts. You're not going to enjoy conversation if you're pretending to be someone you're not. Talking about the game on the weekend won't interest you if you don't give a shit about the game on the weekend. So find people that want to have conversations that you're actually interested in. This will mean you'll enjoy it and you'll come across as genuine and authentic. You also have to have trust in self. Without trusting that you can handle any conversation, you're gonna fold quicker than your girl when she's taking these back You can't plan anything out. You can't prepare, because that's the beauty of conversation. It can go in any direction and play to your strengths. If you're a funny guy, use that. If you're more serious and like deeper conversations, do that. But what you can't do is bullshit to yourself. When you lie to yourself, your words are gonna be bullshit when you try to speak to others. So you have to be truthful with yourself. This will also allow you to address situations that most will find uncomfortable, because you're comfortable in your own skin. You're comfortable confronting the hard pills to swallow in your reality. So you're not scared to say what's on your mind. And this is what conveys true confidence. And if you want to become even more confident and crush the competition, subscribe.